There are lots of amazing creatures in our world, and here are some of them that you might don't know yet. Some of it has an amazing features and capability that may look like out of this world. So if you are interested to see it, just keep on watching and be amazed of these top 10 amazing creatures in the world. Top 10 amazing creatures in the world. Number 10. Ribbon Worm. Ribbon worm is an amazing creature. They have a slimy body that keeps them hydrated. Ribbon worm becomes popular because of how they shoot this slimy web that is actually called proboscis. They keep this web in their body until it forcefully is squeezed out from their gut out to their head to catch small animal prey. It wraps around prey and is then drawn in for a meal. Some species of ribbon worm has the capability to shoot their proboscis or web 30 times the length of a worm. Number 9. Leech. Many people know that leech love sucking blood like a vampire. There are different kinds of leeches in the world. Some are pests and some are used in medicinal purpose. But did you know that not all leeches sucks blood? Some leeches do actually eat worms, snail, or insects larvae. An example of this is the Kinabalu giant red leech. They look like a worm but they are actually a leech. They are capable of eating a whole worm. They will attach themselves to the worm and crawl up until they find the head and eat the worm, starting from its head down to its tail. Number 8. Spoonworm. Spoonworm, also known as Echiura, most people call it as penis fish because of their appearance that is very identical to a man's penis. The spoonworm are very squishy and fluffy to hold. They are also edible worms that can usually be found in Korean street foods. You can either eat this raw or cook, but most people prefer to eat this raw just because they like the taste of it. It's a little bit salty, chewy, and surprisingly sweet. This creature can usually be found on the underground of the seaside, so you need to dig it in order for you to catch one. Number 7. Lamprey fish. Lamprey fish is a parasite native to the northern hemisphere. They have an eel-like body without paired fins and have a jawless mouth that is round and sucker-like and as wide or wider than the head. Their sharp teeth are arranged in many consecutive circular rows. A lamprey do actually feed on other fish by attaching themselves to the scale of the fish with their sucking discs and sharp teeth, pass through scales and skin, and feed on fish body fluids, secreting an enzyme that prevents blood from clotting, similar to how a leech feeds of its host. Don't ever try to attach its mouth on your skin because it is really painful and hard to remove. Number 6. Horsehair worm. Nematomorpha, also known as horsehair worm, is a parasite that actually lives inside the body of the insect. They feed inside the body of the infected host. As a larvae, they get eaten by the insects, usually a grasshoppers, crickets, or any other insects. It may take several weeks or even months before they actually become an adult horsehair worm. This parasite has the capability to control the mind of their host. Once they are ready to go out the body of their host, they are commanding it to go in the water, and when the insects are already in the water, they will come out of the insect's body and a very long hair-like parasite will exit from the body of the insect. Experts say that people should not be afraid of this parasite because they are not harmful to humans and animals. They are not also capable of controlling humans' brain, just like what they did to the insect's brain. Number 5. Hawaiian Caterpillar. Many caterpillars are herbivore, but Hawaiian caterpillar is a different one. This caterpillar is actually a predator. They do prey with insects like bugs, flies, and any other small insects that they can eat. They mimic a twig of a plant, and when the sensitive hairs on their back are triggered, they quickly grab the insects touching them and eat it. Number 4. Slug. Slug is a snail that has no shell. Well, not totally. They actually have a small internal shell that is not visible to human's eye. Farmers consider the slug as a pest, but they actually play an important role in our ecosystem. They eat decaying plants and fungi. There are different colors of slugs. There is red slug, orange slug, yellow slug, black slug, and so on. Slug is a slimy creatures, and they use this slime to keep them hydrated and also as their defense mechanism. When they are eaten by their prey, they produce this slimy mucus which makes it harder for their predator to swallow. Number 3. Sea cucumber. Sea cucumber is a marine animals that can be found in the sea floor. As their name said, they look like and shape like a cucumber. These creatures have been used as a food source and medicinal ingredients in Asia and Middle Eastern countries. Sea cucumber has a slippery texture and bland taste, so they usually infuse with flavors from other ingredients like meats, other seafoods, or spices. You can either eat this raw or cook. These foods are very nutritious and are very expensive too. No wonder, because cultivating these will take 6 years before you can harvest it. Number 2. Sea pig. Sea pig is actually a sea cucumber. They can be found in the deepest and very cold part of the sea. This creature is very small and can fit into a human's hand. They have a feet and can walk on the sea floor. They can also swim if needed. They eat plants and animals that has fallen on the sea floor. Number 1. Bipallium or hammerhead flatworm. Bipallium, also known as hammerhead flatworm, most likely because of their distinctive shape of their head region. These flatworms are predators. They usually prey on earthworms. They have the capability to track earthworms. When capturing their prey, the earthworm begins to react from the attack, but flatworm uses the muscles in its body as well as a sticky secretion and attach itself to the earthworm to prevent it from escaping. And then they cut the mouth for its defense mechanism to prevent the earthworm from fighting back. And at that point, they secrete enzymes that begin the digestion of the prey, and the liquefied tissues are sucked and eaten by the flatworms.